Alright, I'm going to try to put together a little video here. I acquired this G550 controller with a azimuth and elevation rotor. Got it as parts, and sure enough it was 4 parts. So first thing I noticed, powering this on, it's not plugged in right now because I have this apart. None of the meters would work. They wouldn't move at all. It's moving any of the controls, meters would not move, nothing with that. So the first thing I did was obviously looking at the schematic, found a couple things here. This here, Q1 or Q1001, this voltage regulator here actually supplies power to the meters. So you have 3 legs on it. You have input, ground, and output. And I had 15 or 14.7 volts in, center ground was good, and I had 0 volts out. So that's obviously the first place to start. But you should also look at this capacitor right here to make sure that that is good. That actually protects the voltage regulator. And the diode also keeps it, if that diode dies, it collapses the voltage output on here from my understanding. I could be wrong on that. Don't kill me in the comments. So again, since this didn't have any power output, that was the first place to check. So I changed that. And that, I got that from a kit in Amazon kit, this guy right here. I put in a LM7810. The schematic actually calls for this is an old schematic, but Q1, or there's an S or 2SC to 2120. There's also one that's out there, an MC78L10. I've seen that. The L just means it's for low current. So as long as these are good for 1.5 amps, we don't run those. Or this is plenty for what I need to do here. And the one that was in it was a little one, as you can see here, just a little guy like that. So which is totally fine to change to this large model. It just can handle more current. So I fixed that, changed that out. That was kind of a pain, but the capacitor was okay, the diode was okay. Again, just no output voltage from the voltage regulator. So by doing that, I then had readout on the meters, so that's good. However, what I did notice then is moving the controls, the meter would lead and lag. So it would say, let's say 90 degrees, and just by clicking one of the either clockwise or counterclockwise, the needle would ping, let's say 15 degrees, something like that, maybe 5, maybe 10. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it wasn't accurate. And then letting off the meter works. Meters work. The meter would jump back. So what I then learned was this voltage regulator right here, this one, Q2 or Q1002, on the board it actually is called Q2. You probably can't see that here. I'm trying to do this hands-free, obviously. So this voltage regulator right here, that one actually is the reference voltage for the meters themselves. And how I understand that is this keeps a consistent voltage for when there's a dip from the transformer when the motors turn on. So what's interesting was this actually had 14.9 volts in, I think is what I measured, 14.6, but it only had 0.5 volts out, which I found interesting, which is probably why the meters worked at some level, but they bounced around a lot. Now this is a L7806, so 6 volts out. Now I use that kit from a different pack that I had. I don't have the part number, apologize, but let's see if I can get the right image here on it. Nope. Pardon me here. 5. Anyway, I don't have one handy. I can't find it in my pack here again. But it's an L87806. So that means it's a 6-volt output for this one here. Now by doing that, now I have try to get it without the glare here. Needle moves and no jumping. So there you go. That was my process in figuring out that part of this controller here. So happy that that part works. Yeah. Any questions? Toss them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Again, this is a needle or display or output, or however you want to call it, fix on a G550, G5500. N8SAN. Thanks.